Hello, everybody. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Just checking the audio. How you doing, chat? Kevmo, how's my audio? Let's see who's here. We got Fishing Monsters. How you doing? Locanitos. Sleepyhead. Thanks for that. All right. Matt's here. Thanks for coming in. Cosmic Seed. A lot of people here. Happy Kitty. How you doing? Got my pops in here as well. All right. So as you can see, this is not our typical recording background. All this fancy stuff behind me is just overstock of product that we have. We wanted to kind of keep it in a nice climate controlled condition. So our office here is gonna like be a little bit of a storage room until we get some of these orders out. We got Jose working on that. I know we have our product is on live at shardbugstcg.com in the shop. We have binders, deck boxes, sleeves, comic books, and starting tomorrow we will have hats and shirts. So be go ahead and pick some up. We also have booster boxes and splat boxes. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time out. Won't make it overly long, and just talk about what we've done. It's been I think almost 2 months since I've done a video. I think. So I wanted to catch up some of the existing folks and even some of the new folks that may have come in. I know we've been gaining lots of new followers on our socials, as well as when we're doing the conventions and going to the LGSs. We've been having some new members join. So just kind of catch everybody up on what we've been doing and what we are going to do this summer. And then I'll answer some questions from the chat. So, what we have been doing, we finished our Kickstarter. It's been about, what is it, 6, 7 weeks ago. We have all the deliveries out. I think there's literally one or two people that have just not given us their shipping information. So there's like one or two pledge stragglers out there. So if you're one of those last one or two people out there that have not received your pledge, do reach out to us at info@shardbugstcg.com and we'll get that pledge out to you. But for everybody else, you received your packages. I think there was just one minor hiccup with one international package that kind of got sent back and is being reshipped. But by and large, everyone has their product, and we got everything out with pretty good success. There was just a couple of rough handling by the shipping company issues, but we got those resolved as well. And I've been seeing lots of folks post um, what they've gotten from their box openings, and we'd love to see those hits been put up on our Discord, especially those serialized hits. They're real fun to kind of track what numbers have been found and what numbers are still out there. Um, yeah, and we delivered our Kickstarter, and we also went to SiestaCon. We did that a few weeks back. That was SiestaCon in Sarasota. We had a fantastic turnout. We had community members from all over the state of Florida come, and we actually played a mini tournament there, um, and it was a blast. People picked up the Woolly Bear Siesta promo that was there. We had some more Siesta promos laying around, so we did a couple of giveaways. And I think we're down to a few more of those promos still straggling in our vault here. So there might be another giveaway. Make sure you stay tuned and follow us on IG, Facebook, or Discord, and we'll post one more giveaway just to get rid of the last of those really cool Woolly Bear promos. After that, we also went to Collecticon in Orlando. We had a blast there as well. Met lots of new folks. We onboarded lots of new folks at SiestaCon and in Orlando as well. So that's why, for those of you who have been kind of tracking the Discord numbers, we've gained probably about almost 130 members since we launched our Kickstarter. So yeah, the community is growing And we see it every day. And we have folks that are, playing the game, collecting the game, and starting to share content on gameplay, which is fantastic. And yeah, we had a blast there in Orlando. We gave out the Adventurous Earthworm promo. We also hosted another tournament there. Fantastic turnout, and thanks for all the folks who keep traveling throughout the state of Florida. Some of them for many hours to come and join us at those conventions. So the next convention we are going to is going to be Gen Con. Now, we didn't get a booth at Gen Con, but we are having a 1K tournament that's going to be on July 31st. We posted the information on our Discord. I believe we have 2 remaining tickets. So it's going to be a 16-player event, and 14 of them have sold. We're down to just the final 2 tickets. So if you're thinking about joining us at Gen Con, there's only a couple of spots left, and it's for a 2K prize purse. So, there's that. We'll also have some other goodies that we'll bring by and give out for door prizes for the folks that do attend. We've also visited several LGSs since Kickstarter. We started out with Mystic Forge in Charlotte County, Punta Gorda to be exact. From there, we went to the Dragon's Lair. We've gone to Tate's Game and Satellite. And just recently, like just yesterday, we hosted a Learn to Play at Descent into Gaming's in Bradenton. And for the folks that are following us on Discord, we are going next to Dark Side. That's going to be on the 13th here of June. And you can swing by. That's Sarasota, Florida. We'll be hosting a Learn to Play event. It's a kind of a larger store, so we're actually anticipating a pretty good turnout there. So swing by. We will have proc for purchase, booster box, splat box, door prizes, and it'll be a good time. It's a fantastic time. At basically all of the Learn to Plays, we've seen community members kind of travel. If they're in their kind of proximity to those Learn to Plays, swing by. They get to meet myself or Nate or even Jeeps. Play some good games. They kind of pick our brains a little bit, see if we can spill some beans, which we're trying to be a little bit tight-lipped about. But it's always a blast. Them trying to pick our brains about the game and even discussing deck brews and interactions with cards and meeting new folks, especially the store owners. Every store that we've done at Learn to Play, the store owners sit down, they learn to play the game, and like everybody else that seems that sits down to play Shardbugs, they just really enjoy it. So that's really exciting for us. And speaking about playing LGSs, this upcoming week, the first week of June, is the first official organized play for Shardbugs. So at Tate's Game and Satellite, at Mystic Forge, and at Descent into Gaming's, there will be a way for you to go to the stores, sign up, and be able to get weekly promo cards that you can't find in the bug eating packs, as well as being able to win pins. You can win pins weekly and monthly as well. So if you're local to those stores, check that out. Play some games, have some fun, and earn some pretty cool prizes. For the folks that are not in the vicinity of one of those stores, we will be starting up a online TTS league. So we will be doing something similar to the LGSs, where you can join us on Discord. It'll be a weekly event. We'll track points every week. We'll give out prizes every week, and we'll give out a monthly prize for the top 3 point owners of that month. So, and what are we doing this summer? So, everybody knows we've announced our set 2 in production, and that set 2 is set to arrive this fall, but more specifically, we're hitting for the September month. As production continues and as we get closer for the product to be completed and our shipping information is given to us, we'll give you more of an exact date. We'll give everybody at least about a month heads up on the exact date for the release street date of that. But it will be in the fall, and we're looking at for sometime in the month of September. And we are going to continue to promote Sharp Bugs like we've been promoting throughout the summer. It's specifically going to more LGSs. We have been reaching out to a ton of LGSs, showing them the games, and trying to organize more of these learn to play events. Next month here, in probably next 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, we'll be going to Pennsylvania. There's a store that backed us on Kickstarter. We'll be giving them their product and doing a learn to play at that event. There's also a couple of pit stops I'll be taking over there in Pennsylvania to see if we can gain some more ground and promote the game in kind of the Northeast area. We're also looking at Texas. We're looking at California next, doing some rounds, reaching out to some stores in those areas, and hopefully we'll onboard some stores outside of Florida before our set 2 drops. That's the plan. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll stay on our grind. We'll stay promoting Shard Bugs, and you guys can do your part by, if you are in the area of one of those stores that have been onboarded, swing by, play some games, show help show other new players how to play the game, and just kind of spread the word. Your socials are a powerful tool too. Just show the games and keep posting those great hits as you open packs, and keep recording those really cool matches that I've seen lots of folks been posting, and we appreciate that content as well. So now I'll zoom into the chat. Anybody have any questions about the game, the future of the game, the development of the game, what we can see in the future, or just kind of general questions for me, or any questions about Shard Bugs? Put them into the chat, and I'll answer as many as I can. So, all right, let's see here what we got. Happy Kitty says the tournament at SiestaCon was fun. Yes, I seen you there. I believe we've seen Happy Kitty at all 3 conventions, so we appreciate you coming out and your family. Happy Kitty is is studying at college to be an entomologist, so he has a distinct appreciation for bugs, and we always like to see him at conventions and any learn to plays he's been. Let's see here. Lord Caninos has a couple of questions. Go ahead, bud. And Lord Caninos, appreciate the content you've been making. Lord Caninos are 2 gentlemen that have been recording pack openings and have been recording matches, specifically in Spanish for our Spanish community. So, is there going to be a Kickstarter for Set 2? No, there's no need for a Kickstarter for Set 2. The reason is Kickstarter basically for us was just like a marketing tool and a launch pad for our game. For those of you who maybe don't know too much about the beginnings of Shard Bugs, we actually 100% funded the game prior to going to Kickstarter. So we had paid for all the art. All the art was completed. The gameplay was tested. And actually, all of the product for the Bug Getting First Edition set was pre-printed even before going into Kickstarter. So when we launched our Kickstarter, it was basically a way for us to, basically sell the game. We sold about half of our product on Kickstarter, and we used those funds to jump in right to Set 2 and finish that off and beyond. So there's no need for additional crowdfunding. Cinema Collects, Collecticon Chicago. We are looking into more Collecticons. There's many, probably hundreds, if not more, conventions throughout the states. But specifically, the Collecticon circuit is pretty diverse. It hits many of the hot spots for TCGs. I'm not sure if we'll do Chicago. We're looking at that and timing. We have some 10K tournaments in August and September that we need to be there for, and we have our 10K tournament in November. So let's see how that plays out with scheduling. But if we can't fit it, we'll let you guys know. Let's see here. Lord Cardinos has some other questions. Do we need to win or to participate in a previous tournament to be able to participate in the big tournament in November? No. So the tournament in November has no prerequisites. So you don't have to qualify to get to go there. You can just buy a ticket and swing on by and play at the event. So there's plenty of seatings. We can fit up to 500 people at that event. So as many as you guys would like to come, come on by. So um, Frosted Fires Mods, will you be at Card Party 3 in Tampa? Card Party 3. No, but I did get some information about another meetup in the St. Pete area in Tampa in June. Um, and depending on my travels to PA, we'll see if we can make that or not. June's a little bit tight for us just because I'll be out about 7 to 10 days over there in Pennsylvania. Are we looking for playtesters? Yeah, we're actually always looking for new playtesters, Akira. So if you'd like, best way to just ask to be a playtester. The easiest way really is if you get involved with our Discord community. You can either DM Mythos, which is Nate, our game designer, or you can DM myself or Kevmo on Discord. If you're not on our Discord community, you can email us at info@shardbugstcg.com. Good question though. Let's see here. Chicken fingers. Are the weekly online games going to be on TTS? Yes, the weekly online games will be on TTS. Good question. Let's see here. BDBGO. Have the promos from the first Willy giveaway already been shipped? Jose shipped some out on Friday and has, I believe, a few more to ship out tomorrow. So if you won one, it's either in transit or you will receive it this upcoming week. So BDGGO, and can we also get league points for participating in LGS in-person events as well as online weeklies? So they're basically be kind of separate things. So if you are a local to one of the LGSs, you will go to the LGS and report there. Every time you win a match, you will receive a point. So if you go to the LGS, you will receive a point for that LGS monthly league and pricing. If you participate in the online league, that'll be a separate point tracking system with separate pricing, and you can participate in both. So, Akira's prayers to Mars. All right. Let's see. La Carnitos already bought my plane ticket. Fantastic. All right. We'd love to see you here. Waiting for Shardbugs to crash Texas. Absolutely. Like I said, we have our near-term eye on Texas, California, Northeast, and then after that, as we venture into Set 3, it will be the greater U.S. So, and for the folks abroad, because we actually had many supporters during the Kickstarter, even beyond the States. We had folks from Germany, Italy, France, Sweden, Brazil, Australia, New Zealand. Yes, we will definitely expand Shard Bugs even internationally. So, let's see here. The weekly online games can be custom decklist. Yes. So for any leagues, the pre-con decks are pretty good. I think we breed up some pretty good starting points with those. But when you go to the league level, it's definitely probably more fine-tuned decks. So you kind of want to bring your best deck brew to those events. Banana Gang, yes. Salute to the Banana Gang out there. So, what's the format for online tournament? It will be best of one. So, Shardbugs our game matches are not too lengthy, but just to respect people's time. Some of us folks have youngins. The leagues are usually later on in the evening. So to kind of progress the matches, especially if we're expecting a pretty good turnout online. So if we have a fair amount of people, the best way to kind of expedite the night is to do best of ones. Let's see here. BDBGO, will there be an update for TTS to make our own decks, or or will the weeklies be just our decks? So yes, we will be doing. I will be doing a update tonight for the folks on our TTS. Double check to make sure that the pre-con decks are there, as well as the extended deck list for set one. So you can make custom decks for the weekly online play. Let's see here. Carnitos. How we doing? Toe Skull asks. So the physical LGS play group thing, it's starting when again, and is it weekly or monthly? So the leagues are monthly, and when is the gameplay? It depends on your store location. So um, I do know that for Mystic Forge, for example, will be Mondays at 6:30 Eastern time. Tate's is Thursday evening. I don't recollect the time when they start. And Descendant to Gamers, you'll have to reach out to that store to see when they're going to host their weekly events, although I do believe they're having the first one this week. So each store has their own day and time, basically. Let's see here. Hi, Kundu, how we doing? Yes, good point, Kundu. So yeah, most of the artists have received their artist proof. We did set up a way for you guys to reach out to each artist on our Discord. If you're not on the Discord community, you can also visit the official website. There's also a page that has all the artists and usually their socials or means of contacting them. By all means, if you would like an artist proof by one of the artists, some of them just kind of pre-make some pieces. Some of them take custom commissions. Reach out to them, and those artist proofs are really fun to kind of see and enjoy. So let's see here. Matt V Deck Builder, yes. Our deck builder is technically live. I will be having a kind of trial session here with Kevmo this evening, and we're going to just kind of uh, test it out, so to speak, before we make it live to the community. So that deck builder should be live this week, but we the dev team just kind of want to just kind of browse it and make sure that it's up to par with what we feel you guys need from that deck builder. But we'll be out any day now. So good question. Let's see here. BDBGO, apart from TTS, is there anything in the works for a client, either web based or app version? Drupal. Okay, so maybe that's a good question. And small beans, but very very early talks, guys. So like this is like no promises. But I have been in talks with gaming a gaming studio to see if there's an option to bring shard bugs um, to have a digital client. So we're just in preliminary talks. I'm still waiting a proposal for for that option, and if it's something feasible here, and when we get more information, we'll share more information on that. So, but even if we do have a digital online client, it's something obviously that has to go through um, lots of R&D, lots of development. So even if we started out here soon, it would probably be about a year out. But discussions have been at least started about it. So let's see here. Lots of good questions tonight. Appreciate it. Thanks. Lots of folks joining us here today. So I like to see all the folks here and watching the live. Chicken Fingers is asking, will there be a way to acquire the first volume of the comic anytime soon? Yes. I did run out of the first edition. We're reprinting the first edition. Um, it's probably about another 10 to 14 days out from our printers. But expect that here in the next 2 to 3 weeks to be available on our online store. Let's see. Also, I believe we may have a sneak peek. Yes, I have no real way to share that with you on the YouTube live. I'm not set up with it, Kevmo. But I was live with Collector Art House Mike, and We also had a surprise visit with Chris from Bearish and Severin Pignot from France, fantastic artist. She did create a custom Shardbugs Bearish um, logo, if you will. A beautiful bear dressed up like a bee, eating some honey, and kind of being shaken down by a Shardbugs bee. And it's hilarious. It's cute. I will post it on our Discord. We'll also post it on our website. And Bearish acrylics are under works with the production of the acrylic cases for the booster boxes and splat boxes. And I don't have a definite date on when that will be here, but I have an approximation that it will be available sometime before the end of the year. So probably mid, maybe late into Q4. As we get closer for those to be available, we'll share more information on that. Let's see here. Fish and Monsters. Love to get us some of those number one shard books comics. Yes, they're in the printers. We'll have them available shortly on our online store. Let's see here. Yes, the Alchemy Bear. Okay, so Cabmo apparently is going to post that photo here shortly. So fantastic. When will we see Rinfaf again in a set? So all of the bugs that you see on the bug getting set that have a name, I'll name a few of them. Say Dave Sweetfoot, Rinfaf, Jophiel, Mabwa, all those folks that are named characters and not just say Honey Alchemist or Negligent Nematode. They're more like generic names for a character. That means they're kind of a bigger part of our lore and story in the comic line. Meaning you will probably most likely see them again. You will most likely see them in the comic, or you will see them in a comic, and most likely you will see them in an upcoming set. It doesn't mean that they're going to be in every set, but you will occasionally see some of them. Dave Swiftfoot has kind of become our mascot, and in the comic line, he's kind of um, our main character. We kind of see the lore of Shardbugs through his lenses. We call him a little bit of an anti-hero. You'll see why when you guys start reading issue number 2. He means well. He has a certain personality about him. He's a little bit arrogant, a little bit stubborn, um, but at the end, and he's also a mercenary. But at the end of the day, he has good intentions, and so the overarching story kind of follows Dave and his adventures. So most likely you'll see Dave in many sets, but the other named characters definitely you'll kind of see them throughout. So, Matt V, will there be mini sets? Yeah, so we've no promises on mini sets, but um, we like mini sets. We like the idea of the mini sets, and there's probably a good likelihood that we will sprinkle mini sets kind of throughout. For sure, we will have set 2 come out here in September, and we're aiming for set 3 to be available early next year, probably February. Um, and But before that, we'll have a reprint of the beginning set. Next year, we're hoping to have 3 unique sets that are not reprints. And if we can squeeze in a mini set, especially I like mini sets that are themed around like a certain holiday, like the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, or Easter type of event. So yeah, when we can, we probably have a couple of mini sets. Any new Avatar spoilers? What I will say is that Mars, Luna, and Sol will make a reappearance in set 2. Um, we have stated that we will be adding additional colors and additional avatars, but I am not allowed to say too much more beyond that. Let's see here. Tosco was asking, I was overhearing something about an errata for cards for the current set. Was that already said in previous announcements? Okay, yes. Kemmo is going to make an official announcement, and we'll also post it on our official website, and it will be done this week. Um, Two cards come to mind, and I'll give you the errata now. We've kind of discussed it at length. So one of those cards is Moonbeam, and Moonbeam will be getting an errata, and it's an errata, but it's actually a fix on one word that wasn't supposed to be on the card. That just kind of slipped through the cracks here when we went to submit our final files. So the only errata on Moonbeam that's going to happen is we're going to remove the quick word. So it won't be a quick action card. It will be just an action card, meaning you can only play it during your main phase of your turn. Bug Collection will also see an errata. And Bug Collection is more of a clarification on the way the playtesters were playtesting it versus when it kind of went out into the world and folks were reading it. It reads differently than the intent on that card. So Bug Collection basically states pick a bug type in your hive, say ant, bee, worm, and then you draw cards for the amount of bugs you control. Now, in playtest, that meant the bugs that were out in the field that you control, you draw that many cards, but you actually technically do control the bugs in your hive. So the folks have been playing it as counting bugs in the hive and field, which they're technically not wrong. So the errata will basically read um, pick a bug type in your hive, of a bug in your hive, say bee, ant, or worm, and you will draw a card for each of those bug types you control in your field. So two small erratas. We'll make an official announcement here on our Discord, IG, Facebook, and we'll post the errata clearly on our website. So, and that is to take effect as of this upcoming league start. So, as of basically tomorrow for the folks playing at Mystic Forge. Let's see here. Ricardo's asking, what is your favorite bug art from set one? Oh boy, that's hard. All of our artists do fantastic work, and but I think that my favorite art from set one is probably Dave Swiftfoot. It was one of the earliest art pieces that Zip Drew did for us. One of the earliest art pieces of a bug that was ever made for us. I believe it was like the second bug that he did. First, he did Glowworm Galvanizer, and then followed by Dave Swiftfoot. And it just, I like his pose. I like the attitude that he's portraying. All the details and the weapons that he has, and the weapons that are kind of stuck on his shell, from previous battles. There's just like a lot of storytelling from that piece that I like, and Zip did a great job there. So, good question. Let's see. BDBGO would love to see a bee, worm, and moth themed line of products. I think the bees would make a cool playmat. That's interesting, yeah. We will release a new playmat for the upcoming set. We already have the art for that. It's a pretty cool one. I think you'll enjoy it. And one thing I would like to, we'll probably do an official announcement on Discord, but I'll say it here just so you can start thinking about it. Is some folks like the playmat with the zones drawn on it, and some folks just like playmat that has the full art. Um, and start thinking about it. We'd like to make a poll on which you prefer. Do you prefer a playmat that shows the zones, your splat pile, your hive, the field, or do you just want something full art? And let us know. Alright, I think we're running out of questions here, so I'll probably take a couple of more. If you guys have any questions, by all means, post it here in the chat and we'll get to it. Plushies when? Says Kevmo. Not soon enough. Not soon enough. Yes, I think lots of us wants to see plushies, myself included. We do have a 3D modeler working with us, modeling up different options. So we are working on that R&D for plushies. So as soon as we can, we'll get that out there. There's one particular bug that comes to mind. There's a particular version of that bug that has not been made public yet. So probably when that particular bug's alternate art, if you will, reaches folks' hands. I think we'll make plushies, and as we get closer, we'll be more specific about that. So let's see here. Um, if I do, Arcanito asks if I do decent at the bug tournament in November, I will likely get a bug tattoo. Interesting, interesting. Um, that's that shows devotion, my friend. That shows devotion. It's funny. Some of you have seen it. I've been at some play events with some shorts on, at some conventions. I myself got a Shardbugs tattoo on my left leg. Um, I believe in a cause, so it's fantastic. Now I'll have it with me forever. So let's see here. Happy Key saying zone play maps make more easy and clear for competitive play. That is true. There's no gray areas. Your zones are your zones, so I get that. Let's see here. 1/100 scale Bobbit Worm plushie one. Yes, I guess we would have to scale that guy down for sure. Kevin Fulton asks, I saw a bug that uses its antenna as nunchucks. We need him in a mini set. That sounds really cool. There's actually a channel on our Discord for folks to post ideas and suggestions. So if you find a picture of that bug, definitely post a picture there about it. We'd love to see ideas. There's just so many bugs. Hidden behind these boxes, I have a couple of bookshelves that I have some bug bug encyclopedias, bug books, if you will. And I browse them often for ideas for future sets, but there's millions of species of bugs, and I can't just know them all. So we'll need your guys' help tonight for ideas and suggestions, and we do take that into account. So let's see here. All right, so let's see here. We are running about 40 minutes in. I'll take a couple more questions if you guys have. People are asking for Woolly Bear plushies. I think that's a good candidate for a plushie. I think he would be fuzzy and cute. Fantastic. It's a good one. Let's see. Who's playing tonight? Yeah, I know last night there was a big bug meeting at the official Discord. I think at one point I counted like 10 of us. So I love to see folks playing. Our Discord is a fantastic way to kind of ask, who's around for a TTS match. So if you haven't joined the Discord, consider joining it. It's a good way to meet folks, talk about bananas, and play games. So 7 Up collects undead bugs when undead bugs, bugs that basically have been taken over by fungi, has been our number one most requested type of bug for a future set. We hear the community loud and clear. I think it's a fantastic idea. We have planned shard bugs out many sets, and I will say we're finding a way to weave it into the story. So I can't promise you which set something like that may come along, but the likelihood that we see undead bugs is pretty darn high. So yeah, no problem. I love doing these Q&As and talking to you guys. It's fantastic. Good ideas, good questions. Does set 2 have any Devo alliances? Devo. I'm not really sure I understand that question. Any Devo alliances? Is that like dual alliances? Um, I will have to say I can't. I want to make it a surprise. So I suppose when a new alliance color comes through, it'd probably be pretty apparent on the packaging box. So I will say you will probably find out from Um, Looking at a future box release when the new lines will come out. Um, but when a dual alliance comes out, we want to make it a surprise. We will start spoiler season here in June for set two. We'll start trickling out some art, maybe some full cards for you guys to look at. Might do a few every month leading up to the set two release. But something like dual colors, we kind of want to make that a surprise. So won't spill too many beans there. Let's see here. All right. Yes. Spores that control bugs are really cool. Actually, um, since I've been looking so much into bugs, it's like all over my feeds, right? So I hop on Facebook Shorts or YouTube, and I scroll through the shorts, and I always get bug stuff to come up just because that's what I'm doing a lot these days, looking into bugs. I seen the most coolest, wickedest one show up in my feed literally just today. It was a bug that was, for all intents and purposes, no longer with us. Um, it was a top-down view. It was some kind of beetle, and its exoskeleton was basically void. Right, there was nothing in its internal, and the thing was still moving, and it had like these two fungi, um, it kind of strands sticking out of the head, and it was just walking along, and it was just like an empty vessel. It was just Mother Nature's incredible. Really cool, a little creepy. Um, but yeah, I think the fungus um, theme is pretty cool. But yes, dual colors is confirmed. I believe I've said that since Kickstarter, since pre Kickstarter. We kind of want to expand on the gameplay ideas and ways to have future sets kind of be able to really cool and interact with older cards by allowing multicolored decks in the future. Just when will that happen? You will know. All in good time. So, all right, folks. I appreciate all the questions. I appreciate your time with me on this Sunday evening. Thank you so much. Continue to follow us on our socials. That's Facebook, IG, and Discord, as well as keep tuning in to these lives. I promise to do at least once a month, and so this will be one. And it would be really cool to try to do a live while I'm in Pennsylvania. So I'm trying to plan that out to bring all my equipment with me and probably do a live from PA will be pretty cool. So stay tuned for that announcement. Stay tuned for some Kevmo announcements on our Discord, which we will also upload on our Facebook, IG, and website, discussing the erratas. And Jose also added to our website a page where you can see all of the LGSs that we have onboarded, so you can see kind of the community in real time grow, branch out, and team up with new stores, and hopefully have ways for you folks to meet folks in real life, and keep teaching. I love seeing mom and dad play with son and daughter. I see a lot of that lately. So Shardbucks absolutely is a fun kitchen table with the family and friends kind of game as well. Continue to post videos, and yeah, we love to see you guys just playing the game. The game's been fun. I've been fun. I've been seeing new deck styles every time I go to a learn to play or a convention, especially at the conventions. Um, Different ways to play cards that even I haven't thought about. Shout out to Anthony from the Larcanitos with a fantastic Mars brew that I believe is going to give some people some surprises playing it a little bit different. So continue to tinker and play with that and show us new ideas. So I appreciate you guys' time, and